Hector, I think there's one thing about you I don't think a lot of people know is that you're a pretty good baseball player. And isn't it true that the Giants and the Pirates at one time scouted you about playing pro ball?
Who told you that?
I did my homework.
Son of a gun, you're right. See, Tony? You didn't know that, right? He just knows the back of my head. Yes, I was. At one point, I was going to leave this earth one of two ways: playing for the Yankees, third base is what I want to play, ha ha ha, yeah. Or singing a high C in the Metropolitan or something. Music or baseball. Yeah, yeah. So, that's all I wanted to do.
Yeah. How close?
At 17, the bubble was burst. My first bubble bursting experience.
Okay.
Very important experience to burst the bubble.
Okay.
It's better that it happens when you're young.
Yeah. Now, you grew up in a pretty ethnically diverse neighborhood.
Oh, yes.
Now,
heterogeneous environment. Yes.
Now, what kind of ethnic makeup was that neighborhood, and how did that help you in your acting career?
Oh, my goodness, it helped me in every way, because that kind of ethnicity, that kind of diversity is what gives the city its energy, is what makes a city, you know. The different fabrics holding the whole cloth together. But I didn't know that where I was. It's like a fish knowing he's in water. He doesn't know. He's just there. Yeah. I was a kid in the 40s having a great time, living in a great city and at the best possible time, you know. The Yankees were winning pennants. You know, you could sleep in the park. I used to gig with the band, and on the way back on weekends I'd say, let's watch the sun come up in Central Park. Can you imagine doing that now? You see? And then we thought, you know, the city's pretty dangerous. But there we were, sleeping in the park. Nobody bothered us. You know, those are the days of rocks and caves. But the ethnic diversity, that's what fed my imagination. It fed my ear and gave me some kind of understanding in spite of my not being too smart.
Yeah. Now, I've always been fascinated how actors get their first jobs. Now, didn't one of your first acting roles, didn't you get it because you helped the director lose some weight?
Boy, you've done some reading, man. Yeah, that's right. Precisely right. That's exactly right. I was running a... boy, you're going back. My gosh, where'd you read this, man? This is true. This is back in 1959 or 60, yeah. And I was dancing with a company, and I was also had like 3 other jobs, and one of them was I was managing a bodybuilding studio, because I used to look like an apple on a stick. I was like this one time, you know. And then this guy comes in, he says, I got to lose weight because I'm doing this play, and it happened to be Ed Sheeran, who turned out to be my first director on Broadway, and he directed my first film also in 1969. He's the guy that suggested I start acting. Oh. That's how it happened. I started studying very hard. After I did his play, I did Mr. Roberts in 1960. Had a small role in that. And that gave me the exposure in a professional environment. And I realized how much I had to learn.
No, every actor turns down...
I decided not to be a gangster, in other words.
Okay. Well, every actor turns down some roles. I was just curious, the NBC series Chico and the Man, wasn't it true that you were offered...
I turned down a lot of things,
yeah.
which I don't like.
Okay. Well, why Chico and the Man? Why
I don't remember. I thought it was too silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I like funny. Silly I don't like.
I have a question about Pretty Woman. We spoke a while back, and there was talk then of a Pretty Woman spin-off or taking your character into a TV series.
That's right. And they tried to do the television series part of it, and I looked at it, I said, thank you, next case. It was not a good thing. Oh, yeah. Not a good idea. So I've done films, and now I have 5 more in the can, and a television series. The David Kelly Show, a new David Kelly show called Chicago Hope. So I'll be busy, in spite of it all.